Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. And we are currently working in the Wanderlust printable mini album template set. And we are working on this project right here. This is the large mini album slash traveler's notebook hybrid template mini album book thingy that we're making. And as usual, the links to the templates will be in the description box below or the show more section below. The link to the playlist for this album that we're making will be in the description box below as well. All you need to do is hit that playlist and start at the beginning and work your way down if you're just now starting with us, if you're just now finding this video. But all of that important information will be down below. I will also link products, any and all products that I use in the description box below as well. Most of them will be in my Amazon list, but they'll also be Etsy links. They'll also be stores, online store links and stuff like that. So if you're curious about anything that I'm using, check the description box below. You hit that show more, drops down, and there's a whole bunch of information down there. So today, I think what we're going to do is, again, I'm going to remove the two inserts. I haven't even put them back in the elastic yet because I knew I needed to keep them out while we're working on the main base pages. So I'm going to set these aside. But I think we're going to do this page right here. And I'm thinking we're going to make it a top-loading pocket. So I've already printed everything out, at least everything I think I need. And let's go through here. So I've got Post-it notes because I kept getting just sidetracked when I was planning this out. So I had to write myself Post-it notes. So this is a piece from another page. This is actually one of the pockets. So it's actually on page, let's see here. Oops. Well, that one keeps coming unstuck. It's actually on page 11, so it's this piece right here. So we have a couple of those. So this is that we've already used. We've used these pockets. So this is one of the leftover pieces from that. So we're going to use that. And I also printed page number 4, which is main base layer 3. Trying to find a place to put my Post-it notes. Which is main base layer 3, this part right here. I also printed that in the vintage background onto 32-pound paper, not cardstock, just regular paper. Not your super cheap copy paper. This is a little bit sturdier, so it is 32 pounds. So I printed one of those off, and then I also printed the same page off in vellum. Let's see, what else do we need? So that's part of what we're going to be doing. And then this is also one of the leftover pieces from another page that we've already done. It's actually this page. It is the top loading pocket part 3. So it's this piece right here. So I have that left over from another page that we've already done. So we're going to be using that. And we're also going to be using the top loading insert, except we're going to use the traceable template as a traceable template. So what I did for that is I've got Post-it notes all over my tripod. I printed off, this is the Floral Whimsy digital paper collection that I have. Let me show you. It looks like that. This is also listed in the description box below as well. This is from PDF number 3. So I went and printed this one off. It's got the brick background. Isn't it pretty? And then I also printed off the purple. Dang on it. I didn't get that one out either. From the Shades of Color. That is number 17. I printed out number 17 on one side. And then I printed off the Floral Whimsy digital paper on the other. So I think for now, that's all we're going to need, I think. So let me double check. Let me flip through here real quick and make sure. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, man. I actually think we're going to need this. But I'm going to put it back in my template book there. It just fell out. Okay, so we're going to set these two pieces aside for right now. And I think we'll start with these two. Let me get my paper trimmer out. So for both of these, I'm just going to layer them on top of each other since it's the exact same thing. We're going to trim away this bottom part, get them flat, like this. And I'm going to put these, especially, I mean, we could use these vellum pieces, even the white pieces, we could use that for something else, a traceable template or whatnot. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off the smaller pocket of this page. So this is main base layer 3 that we're going to be using. And I'll take that off like that. And I'll put these in my pile over here for stuff that we can use. And then for both of these pieces, we are going to be taking the top tab off. So I'm going to go ahead and slice that off of both of these. So this paper trimmer is a Fiskars Precision heavy duty paper trimmer. And then let's go ahead, as a matter of fact, I bet you we could prep these together. So I'm going to take my Tim Holtz Tonic scissors, little mini snips. I'm just going to cut these corners off. Do you guys like working with the vellum? It's a lot of fun, isn't it? It just adds a different, like, look. It's like a soft, shabby chic-y type look. And see-through, so you can see what's actually in the pocket. Okay. So then I'm going to get my scoreboard out. Oh, I don't know why I was reaching up there. Here it is. And I'm going to score both of these pieces gently with the vellum, because you don't want to go through. And I'm going to score this one the same way, and then I'm also going to score this one. The little flap. I'm just going to score that top tab right there. So I'm going to finish scoring this, and then I'll be right back. Okay. So I have all these ready. Before I start prepping these folds, though, I do want to get this little... I should have just left it out. Get this little template that I made. Right, I made this when we did the first page, right here when we did this part. So I kept that because I wanted to use it again. This page here is in the video playlist if you want to check it out. So what I want to do is I want to create a half circle up here, just to be able to grab things just a little bit easier out of this pocket. So I'm just going to trace my little template here. And then I'm just going to cut it out. Now if you have, actually I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to use a circle punch. This is a 2.5 inch circle punch. So I'm just going to flip it over and punch it. So if you don't want to make yourself a traceable template, you know, to use over and over and over like that, then you can just use your circle punch each time. But then you have to really think about, is it centered and all that. So this way, if you make yourself a template like I did, you don't have to worry about if it's centered because it's already made, you know, the exact size and it's centered the right way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and prep. Now remember, this is just paper. It's not cardstock. So it's a little bit more flimsy, but it will hold up. As long as you're not using like regular copy paper, I think it'll hold up just as good as cardstock would. I'm going to go ahead and prep these, and then I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to burnish these down real good, and then be real careful when you are prepping your vellum here. It still wants to fight you a little bit, even though you scored it. So I'm going to go ahead and prep these. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, and if you see anywhere that needs a little bit of ink, you can go ahead and ink those edges. I haven't even put any more ink on my thing here. It's probably dry. But what I'm using is, and I know I show you this all the time, Distress Oxide in Walnut Stain. That is the ink that I'm using. But let's see. So then the next thing I want to do, I do want to ink this. So I need to prep this. And I'm going to ink this. I'm going to ink it pretty heavy on this side because it's just white on the back side there. And I'm going to prep the top of this real quick. And I'm going to flip that tab over, and then I'm going to ink the back side of here. Alright, let me find something. I need to, this is just a scrap. I want to ink this just a little bit heavier, so I'm going to lay it down and be a little bit more gentle with my circles. Just to give this back side just a little bit of color versus it being plain white. Now it's got just a little bit of color on it. Okay, so what I want to do first is I'm going to attach this piece here onto the back side of this piece. So it's going to go like this. Right, so I want to put tape on this part right here. So I'm going to grab my double-sided clear tape. I'm going to put it just on the one side. This is from scrapbook.com. And then I'm going to remove the backing of the tape. And I wonder if it'd be easier just to do it like this. I'm going to flip it around this way and try to match it up, because I can't really get my head over top of it. So you don't want to go over the score mark on the flip. Oh, not too bad. So when you flip it over, well, it's not 100%, but it will work. Okay, so now we got that. Cute, right? But before we attach, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and put the tape on these tabs here. Let me move that out of the way. Just go ahead and put the tape on these tabs and these tabs. And then, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got tape on both of these pieces, and I'm thinking about going ahead and attaching this down. So it's going to be like a double layer pocket. This will make sense in a minute. So I'm thinking about going ahead and attaching this down first. Let me get these tabs out of the way. So I'm going to burnish these down once again. And I'm going to attach this bottom piece to these two long side pieces. Whoops, that got a little cattywaunt. Just so that I can get a better view when I go to attach this down to here. Then I think part of me wants to trim this pocket down a little bit. But I'm not going to. Okay, So I'm going to remove the tape backing off of this one after I attach these corners down to each other. Not everybody does that, and you don't have to. You don't even have to have them overlap. You can cut them straight across. It's totally up to you. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and really I don't think there's a wrong way. As long as you're doing it, as long as you're making something, there really isn't a wrong way to do those types of things. And so I'm going to match up the two bottom corners. You know, they're the same page, so they should match up perfectly, unless I scored a little wonky, which has happened. So I just need to be careful when I lay the two sides down to make sure they're where they're supposed to be. And they are. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish that down. Okay, so now we've got something that looks like this. So before we attach this into the book, I want to put a magnet. So I'm going to get my magnets back out. These are super thin magnets. I'll put a link to in the description box below to these as well. I need two. Remember, I told you guys I found a new place. I meant to order them before I went to Madecon, but I haven't yet, but I will. I'm going to order from there because I think you guys are going to like that place. They're really fast. I think they're going to be really reasonably priced, all that jazz. So you can never have too many options for finding magnets. They're so hard to find, the ones that you need. But this place that I found that I haven't told you about yet, they were so kind. They had sent me some magnets and they were just too thick, and I was like, those aren't going to work, they're too thick. And then they got in the right thickness that we need. I just need to order them. So they got them for me per request. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to order some and see how good they are and all of that jazz. So anyway, all right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where I want to put this magnet. I want it to be, I think, oh, I don't even need my ruler. I'm just going to guess. I want it to be like right around here maybe, or do I want it down here? Do I want it down here? Maybe I want it down here. Okay, let me just erase that one. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of my tape, like that. I'm going to put it on the back side of the magnet and remove the paper. Tuck in that extra bit of glue, and I'm going to tack it down, well, right there. Like that. I do have an idea to cover this. Let me show you. So you remember we did these labels in the last video where we printed directly onto the Avery labels. Well, I also have these Avery labels, and they're round. These are 5408. They're the same size as the other ones, and I printed some of the Floral Whimsy on there, and this is the same purple background that we're going to be using on the insert. So they're perfectly round, right? So I think this will cover this perfectly. Yep. And it's a little something something, you know. I just think anytime you can make little shortcuts like this, I think it's a good idea. So I just inked that up a little bit, and now I think I am going to put a little bit of wet glue around the magnet itself, just like this, because I wanted A, to really hold that magnet down, and B, to help this sticker, because these are, it does say they're removable. We don't really want that. We want it to be more permanent. So this way we can hide our magnet, right? And it still be pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take a minute and see how it keeps wanting to pop up. It's because they're removable. Really get this smooshed down. And hopefully that glue will grab onto it here. There we go. Perfect. So I will link these in my Amazon store too. I just think they're super cute. I think it's a fun way to have like a fun little embellishment. We can make a gigantic whole reinforcement out of these and everything. I just think it's cute. It's a cute idea. So I like that. So I'm gonna actually should cut some of these off and put them in my thing. I'm just gonna set them right there then. All right, I've just used art glitter glue. Use whatever, you know, whatever liquid glue that you have. You know, I have to confess, I didn't think I was gonna like this art glitter glue as much as I do. And I blame May May for that. She sent it to me, and look how old the bottle is. The bottle actually isn't that old itself, but that's how used it is. Can you see all the crinkles? But anyway, so I actually blame May May because I really do like it. So it's good to have the 2 different types of, well, 3 different types of adhesive really. Your tape, your white glue, and then your clear glue. You really need to have 3 different types of glue. That way you've got something for everything, anything and everything that you might be putting, you know, sticking down to things. So I really like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So I just thought I'd share that with you. All right, so now we've got that magnet on. So we need to figure out where the placement is for that one. So we're just gonna lay it down and we're gonna trace around it, just like that. And I'm gonna put a piece of score tape or double-sided adhesive. I used score tape for so long, and I do like it. I still like it a lot. Whoops, got all crinkled. Let me go ahead and add a little bit of white glue as well. And put my stick pin back in there, and then there we go. So that should hold it down nice and tight. So now we've got a magnet. Why didn't that want to close? There we go. Let's try it again. Yeah, it should be drawn to it, shouldn't it? Oh, it stopped again. What is stopping it? I don't know. Nothing. Okay, I was just making sure that it wasn't like, if the back magnet wasn't turned the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? I ran out of actually regular old tape. So I guess I'll use one of these. I don't want to use one of those. I want to use, you know, like regular Scotch tape. I don't know how I ran out, but I did. Come on, I got to have something. Where's my masking tape? Maybe I'll just use a piece of masking tape to cover that, just so things will slide in and out easily. It's very thin, the magnet, but paper is very thin as well, so it could get stuck on it as well. Okay, so I'm just burnishing those edges down because you're not going to see that side. So then this one is going to go right here, just like that. So cute, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get this stuck down. Take off the backing. I think I'm going to start on this side here. I'm not going to go past that score mark. Yeah, good job. All right, now I'm going to burnish it down. Oh, no, I was going to say, does that one have the magnet? No, it's the other page. Burnish it down just like that. So now we have this. So we have a pocket here, right there, and then we also have the pocket on top. And so that's why I use the regular paper. Well, the thicker paper, so that it wouldn't make it super thick. So it's still a very thin page, right? So if I kept using layers of cardstock, it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. So anyway, so that's so cute. Okay, so now, let me sit these aside a little bit. now let's work on the insert. So the first insert I want to make is for the top part. And I'm going to get the top loading insert out, which for this one, it's on page, for the large, it's on page 8. So this is the top loading insert part 1. So I'm going to grab that. Whoops. I've got a little slot that I stick my book in, and sometimes I miss. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to literally flip this paper over. I'm going to fold it in half, lengthwise, like this. And I'm going to burnish that down really good. Fold it in half. And I'm going to place this on here. I think I'm going to go up here, like that. And it's just, the printed image is just big enough to have this little booklet. We can trace this little top loading insert onto to make a booklet. That's what I'm trying to say. So we just trace around it just like that. No big deal. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this out. Matter of fact, for the long edges, I'm going to use my paper trimmer because it does cut better that way. So I'm going to cut this. Because you know when you use your scissors, sometimes the paper bends and stuff and cuts wonky, so we don't want that. So, okay. There's that. Let's go ahead and cut this top straight part like that. Alright, now I have to use my scissors. So I'm just going to carefully, ooh, it's kind of hard to see. Let me grab my glasses. I should have done it in my Sharpie marker. Can you guys see that? I should have done it with my Sharpie so that I could see it and you could see it. But that's okay. Alright, so I'm just going to carefully cut this out. So even if you go out of the lines a little bit, they're both going to be the same. So it's going to match up either way. Because I'll sometimes go out of the lines, go off and do my own thing. Perfect. Oh, and then we've got these bottom pieces. I also wanted to show you guys this. I might have already showed you, I can't remember. Corner rounder. This is a We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. And if you don't want to try to hand cut your rounded edges, you can just use your corner rounder, which I wish I wouldn't have done that. That's okay. I'm going to still need to cut these corner, you know, I left these squared, the tabs squared, so it would be easier to do your corner if you wanted to round them off. I better hang on to that. But I can't remember if I showed you guys that yet or not. So, right. So now we have this cute little booklet. Oh, shoot. I didn't pay attention to the inside. That's okay. We'll ink that up. This cute little booklet that's going to be the insert to the top here. So this is the top loading insert. There we go. So it's going to go in like that. And then it's going to be a little booklet. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and ink this front and back, inside and out. This one, I haven't inked it yet, but it's already been scored. I guess I was going to use it before and didn't. So I'm going to ink that one up too. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got them both inked up. And look, where I messed up and left the white bit on this purple side, it covered up with ink. You can't even tell. Not even a little. Okay, so I inked it up both sides. Looks good. And then I inked this one up and went ahead and put some tape on it. So, now we just need to decide. Let me go ahead and... Well... She woke up out of a dream or something. Or woke up out of a nap, not a dream. Hey, hey. It's just a mailman. Who quit? She doesn't understand baby talk. I always talk to her like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this bottom to the two side pieces there. Sorry about that. She sees movement. And now it's over. You okay? All right, but we do need to decide where we want to put it. We can put it on the front. Oh, I still hear the mailman. She must have realized, it's just the mailman. We can put it on the inside. We can put it on the back. I think we're going to put it on the inside. So, and I think I'm going to go ahead and chomp these corners, because I already chomped those corners. So I'm going to chomp these. Put a little ink there. Okay. And I think we'll put it right here. Just like that. What do y'all think? I like it. And let's hope that it closes. I'm sure to be fine. Let's go like this. Yeah. Just like that. So now we have a little booklet insert folder thingy-mabob. And the smaller tag that's on the same page as this one, let me show you. The smaller tag here will fit into that pocket like that. It's also good for, oh, it's got the green on the back side. It's also good for inside there. Should we turn it? Should we put it in here? What do we think? But that's kind of what it's for. So if you wanted to make tags, all kinds of stuff will fit in here, like the vintage pages that come with the templates. Those will fit in there, except for the full-size ones, because they're obviously too big. But this one, maybe we could put this one in here like this. Maybe we could. What's on the back side of that? Nothing, it's white. Or should we put that one in there? That's kind of cool looking, cool contrast. Or should we just leave it in there? I don't know. Maybe we should trace one. Should we trace one? Do we have any scraps of paper? Or do I need to print something? Let's see. I don't think we do have any scraps. Big enough anyway. Okay, so I've got, this is a piece of coffee dyed paper. I think this isn't cardstock, but it's not. I think this might be a little bit thicker cream colored paper. I don't remember. But anyway, and then there's this piece from when we made that envelope. We printed straight onto the book page. That was fun. That's also in the playlist. So I thought we would use the, I grabbed those two pieces, I bet you. Let's see. I thought we would use the tag insert on page 8. I'll trace one out of that. And then I also thought we would use the medium one, the top loading insert. Let's see how it steps down. Yeah, I also thought we'd use that. That's also on page 8. That is the top loading insert part 1. And then let me look at the small top loading insert part 1 for the small. It might be, wouldn't that be cute to have all, that's also on page 8. Wouldn't that be cute to have all 3 sizes? I think, let's do that. Even though the first one is not the top loading insert, part 1, it's actually just an additional insert, but let's do that. So now I need to find something for that, I think. Do I have any scrap papers for that? No, this one's not big enough. Daggone it. What else do I have? That. I guess I could make it. Let's see. What do I want to do? All right, let's make this tag out of this. So I'm going to trace this one here on that. And then I'm going to trace the medium top loading insert onto here, like that. And then, what do I want to put? Surely I've got some stuff over here printed out. Surely. Well, maybe I won't do a third one because I don't have anything sitting here close by that I can use. So I won't use the small in this one. I'll just use those two. So, okay, I'm going to trace both of those out, and then I will cut them out and then ink them up, and then I'll be back. Why don't I have that in here? Oh, there it is right there. What about this one? Do I have one small enough for this one? Probably not. Is this the, those are the same size. Nope. Oh, you know what I could do? Let me put this back. Don't need that. I could use one of the tags. Because I have these scraps. Is there anything on the back of them? No. Or even this one. No. I'm just rummaging through all my pieces. Let's see. I also have, before I trace something else out, I also have these tags. Those would be too short. These might be too short too. Where's my thingy? Oh. Yeah, those would be too short. So they would just disappear. So those won't work. Right there. Good idea though. Let's see. You know what else I could do? I could do one of these. Or what about one of these? That would fit on there. Let's do that. I'll trace this one out. Let's do that. Okay, decision made. So this is just one of the tags that come in every template, no matter which size you purchased. This is just one of the long, skinny ones. So it's on the page that looks like this, and it's this one right there. Okay, so I'm going to trace that one out onto that, cut that out, ink it up, and then I will be back. Okay, so I cut them out, but I decided not to go ahead and ink them because these might be used in the traveler's notebook, and I might not need them inked or want them inked, or I might need them inked a different color. So I thought I would just like leave them be. I even didn't put a hole reinforcement on this one because it might need a different color, but I was thinking, just because I'm curious, as I'll get out, what it would look like to use one of these circles as a hole reinforcement, as a big hole reinforcement. So I'm going to use, I think, one of the green ones just because I want it to be like, I'm going to use it on the big tag here. So I'm just going to pick one. You're not really going to see much of the design, but it's going to kind of like coordinate with everything else. If I can get the camera to focus on it. Maybe not. There we go. Can you see kind of a little bit of a design? I'm going to ink those edges up real quick. I don't know if this is going to be hard to do or not. You know, find the center of the circle, so we'll see. So I'm just going to try to place this in the center up here as best I can, right? That's not too bad. And then I'm going to try to mark it because I don't think I'll be able to like hit it in the center with just my hole punch. Maybe a little over to this side a little bit. It's just cute. Okay, that's good. I did, somebody, Madge, got me a new hole punch that's got purple handles. She gave this to me at Betacon. I don't know why my camera has decided it is not going to focus today. There we go. She gave this to me at Betacon. She got them for me because they're purple. Wasn't that sweet? And my other ones were broken. Alright, so I'm going to try to line that mark up that I just did. I got off a little bit. That's not exactly center. So that's going to be a little bit more difficult to do, but super cute. Let me try to ink the inside of that. So it's just like a gigantic hole reinforcement. Let me get a regular one so you can see the difference. Oh, I guess we could have. You know what we could have done? We could have put that on there and centered it. Because these are removable. Well, at least I think they're removable. I say that. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know if they're removable or not. But anyway, so it's a little bit bigger than a regular hole reinforcement. I just think it's kind of fun. Just something different. Just something different to look at. Keep it interesting. Keep it fun. Okay. So these are going to go in here like this. Again, I didn't ink them up yet because I figured I'd wait. So that's a good place to store some stuff. Right, let me go ahead and burnish this down again. And then this goes right here. Gotta be careful that I'm getting it in the right spot. Just like that. And then, should we put anything here or should we just wait? We might just want to wait. Because all of these little things are meant to like store your stuff. So when you're working in your traveler's notebook, you can be like, okay, I need that. I need those loose pages. Like, remember I showed you all this one? We didn't put it in our book, but I showed you I just traced it, traveler's notebook template cover onto the printed paper. You know, you can put things like envelopes in there. You can put things like these little bits from the vintage pages. You can put that in there. You can put book paper in there. You know, anything that you might be using. Like this is a full size. I don't know if this is the full size or not. That one actually is almost the exact same height, so that won't work. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can put all kinds of goodies in there. So we're just going to leave it be for now, I think. I think. But on this, I am going to cut some of these. Let me stick this aside. See, there's that envelope that we made. Oh, no, that's not it. Where's the envelope? Is it in here? Oh. Here's the envelope that we made where we printed onto the old book paper, right? So it's magnetized there, and then it's magnetized to that. Super cute. All right. Let me go ahead and stick this back in here and stick this in here. All right, so I am going to cut these down. I think they're fun, and we're going to put them in the file folder that we made, the file folder envelope. I don't know what to call that. When I was trying to name the video yesterday, I was having a hard time of what to call that. So, oops, there's 2 sheets there. And I'm going to set these other ones aside. So, I mean, we could stick those anywhere. We could stick them in the envelope. We could stick them inside that. We could stick them in here. That one we made. We could stick them in here. Matter of fact, the full sheet could have probably fit in here. We could stick them in there, but I think I'm going to stick them in here. Yep. See, there's the other ones that we use. So let's just go ahead and add these to the mix because we can. Just like that. So now they're ready and in there for use. I'm going to stick that back there. And I think that might be all we do today. So this one, this is the one, the insert that goes there. And then this insert goes there. We don't have inserts for in here yet, but I have ideas. So, yeah. I like that. I like that. It's like a hidden pocket back here, and then there's this pocket here, which could hold a lot of goodies. So I think we'll just call that done for today. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and hit this little circle right here. And if you are interested in the Wanderlust templates, the Floral Whimsy background designs, anything that I have in my Etsy shop, there is a link to that right here. And there should be some other videos up on the screen that you may enjoy watching. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.